Happy Fortitude and 15 Thursday, Parker. It's great to see you on this beautiful day. I'm grateful to be here with you and with Elevation Nation for another episode. We got a good topic today. How are you, my friend? You look frowny. Turn that frown upside down.
I'm doing all right. I mean, can't complain. Like, things are good. Things are all right. Like, I'm a little sick. I don't know why, because I was sick and then I got better and now I'm feeling
Dude, that happened to me too.
sick again. So
I was
don't
sick
know.
and then I got better and now I have a little cough again. Freaky.
Yeah, I don't know. My cough is gone. My sneezing's gone. I'm trying to wonder. Maybe it's my body just kind of acclimating to the new colder weather. I think that is definitely something that maybe people in the Northeast are dealing with, not just us. I think like the change of season, not literally, because it won't be winter until December 21st. But yeah, I mean,
It's cold.
my
get it.
birthday is in less than a week, so
Your
that's
gift's
top
on
of
its
mind,
way.
I guess.
Do you want to guess what I got you? Did your beautiful fiance spoil it?
No, I have no idea what you got me.
Ooh, that's exciting. Are you nervous?
No.
Are you excited?
Yeah, sure. I am.
Okay.
Gifts are
Do
hard,
you have
man.
any guesses?
Gifts are hard.
Gifts
Do I
are
have any-
hard.
Do I have any guesses? Do I get like 10 certificates that I can use with you when you're in a bad mood? I can say, "Hey Sam, I have one of my certificates that, now you got to be in a happy mood."
Funny. Maybe we should give each other those
Is that something
because
I'm
I
getting?
think you're the glum bum
that might
lately.
be valuable.
That's very valuable. Turn that frown upside down.
But then, like, damn, if I only get 10 times a year, does that count for all the times throughout the whole year that I get grumpy, Sam?
No, you get way grumpier than that. But that's okay. We all do. I think you're going to like your gift. I'm excited for you to get it. I actually just got an email today that it finally shipped. It's been processing for a while. So it should be at your apartment soon. And you're going to open it, and it has no note from me because I couldn't add a note, and you're going to have no idea who it's from. But I think you're going to know it's from me.
As long as it's not a smoothie maker, we're all right.
It's a smoothie maker. How'd you know? You really don't want one?
I have one.
You're going to have two.
Lovely.
All right. Into the topic of the day. Parker's birthday. We're all very excited. Another year around the sun for the P-Man. He's getting older. He's getting wiser. He's getting grayer. But Elevation Nation prevails. It stands strong. Speaking of standing strong, this past week, I had the opportunity to take advantage of one of the perks that I have of living in our nation's capital. And I was able to walk 5 blocks from my apartment to attend some peaceful protests and rallies and marches on the National Mall right in front of the Capitol with the Washington Monument in the background and almost 300,000 other Jewish supporters. And it was a really cool experience for me. Obviously, Parker and I have talked twice now on the podcast about our feelings and some of the sadness and anger that we have towards what's going on to the Jewish people around the world and in Israel. And this was an opportunity for me to unite with my Jewish brothers and sisters and other supporters. And it was really beautiful, Parker. It was unlike anything I've ever done in my entire life, unlike any group or crowd or community I've ever been with. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing that maybe comes close is like if a team you like wins a sports parade or a sports event and there's a parade, like everyone just being so joyful and happy to be together and emotional. I certainly shed some tears when Hatikva was played, which I'll send you the video of, Parker, in case you haven't seen that. But Omer Adam sang it, and it was beautiful. And I think having a sense of community and purpose and belonging is so important, and that event really reminded me of why that's so important to me and why being proud of who you are and your identity is very important. I felt so secure and proud to be Jewish and to be at that event was really special for me, and I only wish you could have been there with me, buddy.
I watched it on the internet, so I kind of was there with you, not literally, but I guess spiritually, metaphorically in some way. It's funny. I had a few friends and family members who were also there, and I think the first thing my eyes went to, or my mind went to, is like, did you feel safe? And
I'm happy to open
why
up
is
about that.
the first thing that I have to think about?
Dude, 100%. I mean, I'll tell you, I'll give you my 100% honest thoughts. I wanted to swing by and go down and just observe from the outside. One, I hate crowds. They just freak me out. And two, obviously this is a polarizing issue right now in society, and God only knows, thank goodness nothing happened. It was extremely peaceful. There were no issues. But you never know what was going to happen. So, Parker, what I actually did was I was trying to figure out how to get into the event. There were a bunch of different checkpoints and security checks and metal detectors and fences around the entire mall. It was super secure. From my apartment walking to the mall, you may remember there's a few federal buildings and a museum. All the SUV beasts, the black, bulletproof SUVs were lined up near the American Indian Museum. I was like, what is that? What it actually was, I'm pretty sure that they were staging all the celebrities and politicians in the museum, and then they would drive them over right behind the stage. So as soon as I crossed a couple blocks and got closer, my phone instantly stopped working. I lost all Wi-Fi, all 3G. I literally went from full bars to SOS mode. And I was talking with elevator number 41, Matt McPartland, on this, and he's like, yeah, they shut down airwaves so that emergency people can talk to each other. So that was kind of cool, but also freaked me out because I had no way of contacting anyone, and all the people I was trying to meet up with I couldn't talk to. And then two, when I went in and tried to get into the event, I decided I didn't want to be in that large crowd fenced in, and it freaked me out. So I actually went way closer to the front and just stood on the fence outside of the event and was able to see the stage perfectly and just hung out there. And I did that partly, I don't like crowds, but two, I was like, if I need to run, which is so sad, I can do it because I'm on the outside already. Fucked up, I know, but that's my honest thinking.
It is messed up. It's an insecure world out there. We think it's secure, but as a Jewish person in 2023, I'm not feeling as secure as I did once feel, but I commend you and all the other people who were going, and I think from what I watched and what I've read, it looked like a pretty beautiful event, bringing together people in a very peaceful way, which I think shows who Jewish people are and how we share our voices rather than violently. That's enough said from my end on that. So that's nice. Yeah, I mean, having community, a sense of community, especially Jewish community. I mean, you and I both are in the Jewish community. We feel that sense of community and allows us to feel a sense of strength. But I will say it's sometimes very difficult to feel that community if you don't put yourself in that position, right? It was happening in D.C. You knew it was happening, but you very well could have just sat at that desk and said, you know what, I'm going to watch it on TV and not show up. And yeah, you fit a little bit closer, but you and I both have always agreed that if you want to make a big change or an impact or feel something, you got to do it in person. Forget the phone, forget the computer, forget doing it virtually, all that nonsense. The best way to experience something is with your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your body, and get the full range of emotion. Would you be crying if you listened to Chatikva on the computer? I don't know. But I can tell you there's something a lot more impactful than feeling your community when you got people left to your right that are feeling the same way as you.
So in the book I'm reading right now, which was a recommendation from our friend Miles Grossman, it's called Becoming Supernatural. And it's all about these concepts around energy, right? And how all of us are projecting an energy field with our minds, with our bodies, and not in like a hippie way, like in a literal scientific way, we have energy coming off of us, right? And so I do think, Parker, to your point of being in person, there was an energy. Like you could feel energy. People say, oh, it was electric in the air, and that's like not to be real. That's an actual thing. The fact that we were with other people, they're all feeling similar elevated emotions, the vibrations and energy in the air. Miles is going to love this part of the episode. We were just reading about this in our book. The energy was transferred from one person to another. And I think the more opportunities you have for that, I mean, I think it's in our DNA. There's a reason why we feel good when we're in big groups of people congregating together and sharing in an event. Because humans evolved by being social creatures and building that sense of community so that they could elevate, evolve, and live and thrive and grow. So scientifically, being part of a community, I think, feels good and makes you have some energy. And while at Elevation Nation, we certainly are building a community here, and while it's been mostly virtual, that's the start. Getting comfortable with your community and then finally being able to unleash that magic in person is something Parker and I have been able to do with Elevation Nation, and we're excited to do even more in-person events soon.
Our company's trying to build community, telling us that we got to go back in person a little bit more.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't get that email.
Yeah,
I didn't get that email.
Yeah,
no, I didn't. Nope, not on the record.
Whatever.
Never
so, I mean, I get it. I think it's one thing to tell or try to bring people together. I think it's important. I think it's really, to our point earlier, is like a great way to experience life, and in this case work or an event, in person. But that comes with, there better be really good community engagement events with that. You know, you coming together on the National Mall looks very different if there's no speakers and music and security, you know what I mean? Rather than just, oh, hey, like, let's all congregate somewhere. There has to be structure. There has to be some type of way to have you feel that way, right, Sam? Where you feel that sense of energy and community.
That energy.
Right? Like the way I think of it is like a concert, right? Energy, you go to, like, let's call it Taylor Swift concert. The energy is there. It's crazy because everyone's freaking out and they know they're going to have a great night, an amazing night. And fortunately enough for Taylor Swift, she just continues to ride that because she knows she puts out good music and she knows she makes people happy. And if you're in the business of making people happy and making people feel good, that's a pretty good business to be in, if you ask me.
Kind of sounds like it's the elevating business.
They can make it whatever you want. As long as you're making people happy, you're bringing value to other people, you're making people feel good. Man, it's a pretty
Not a bad way to live.
That's what's crazy about the Baltimore Ravens, is that they're in the business of making me happy, but they're also in the business of making me sad. But I guess the reason why I'm happy because of being a Ravens fan is because they also make me sad. But Taylor Swift never lets you down.
We know you're a Swiftie, Parker.
I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know
why
I
on this podcast.
I was going to say Goose, but
so
like people would be like, what the hell is Goose? So,
well, it's okay that you're a Swiftie. There's nothing wrong with that. They actually have a huge following. And maybe they'll listen to Elevation Nation now.
Her and Travis Kelce, are you putting them together is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got you.
All right. Elevator shout outs. I got a shout out for elevator number 29. Parker, can you guess who that is?
It's Sophie.
Sophie Barron.
I know.
This was sweet.
They're all in my head.
I know, you're impressive. Sophie and her company, The Conversationalist, they just launched the Conversationalist deck. It's essentially a like dinner game conversation starter with a bunch of different topics around things that are important in our world for you to have conversations with young people and old people alike and break your echo chamber. So how cool is that? You can now hang out with Sophie during Thanksgiving. Sophie, we might have to bring this to the Panitch family dinner. Thank you so much.
I love it. Yeah, I want to get it.
I think I know someone that can help you get it for free.
I think you're right. Damn. Well, we gotta try it out because it looks fun. All right, real quick, my elevator shout outs are for elevators 121 and 122, Brett Gornick and Jason Lobig. Every year with their company Live Better, they throw an international retreat. I believe, Sam, it was El Salvador? I could be totally wrong. I'm getting the head nod. Yep. So shout out to them. They threw their retreat last week. It looked like it was an amazing experience of surfing, meditation, exercise, yoga, everything in between. So shout out those guys living out their dream and helping other people figure out theirs. So check it out, Live Better Retreats. And that's it, Sam.
Elevation Nation. Enjoy our community. Enjoy whatever community you're a part of. Go feel the energy. Until next week, Swifties. Peace.